Lady Mormont.
Welcome to Bear Island.
Robb is gone, but House Stark is not. And it needs your support now more than ever. I've come with my sister to ask for House Mormont's allegiance.
As far as I understand, you're a Snow, and Lady Sandra is a Bolton. Where's she a Lannister? I've heard conflicting reports.
I did what I had to do to survive, my lady.
But I'm here because this isn't someone else's war. It's our war. Because Jeor Mormont and Jon Snow both understood that the real war isn't between a few squabbling houses. It's between the living and the dead. And make no mistake, my lady. The dead are coming. And the divided North won't stand a chance against the Night King. And we need to do it together.
We will not break faith today.
Ooh. How many's her army, though?
Thank you, my lady. How many fighting men can we expect?
62.
62.
We are not a large house, but we're a proud one. And every man from Bear Island fights with the strength of
62? I thought she was going to say 62,000. 62. Okay.
Kingslayer.
But if you surrender, I'll spare the lives of your men. On my honor.
Your honor. Bargaining with Oathbreakers is like building on quicksand.
The war is over, sir. Why sacrifice living men to a lost cause?
This is my home. I was born in this castle, and I'm ready to die in it. And I wanted to see you in person, get the measure of you. I'm disappointed.
We've only just taken back this castle from the Ironborn. The Boltons helped us do it. Now you want me to fight against them? I could be skinned for even talking to you. You're asking me to join your army. Who is fighting in this army?
The bulk of the force is made up of wildlings.
And the rumors are true. I received you out of respect for your father. Now I would like you to leave.
I would remind you that House Glover is pledged to House Stark. Sworn to answer when called upon.
And where was King Robb when the Ironborn attacked this castle? When they threw my wife and children in prison, taking up with a foreign whore, getting himself and those who followed him killed. I served House Stark once, but House Stark is dead.
This isn't going to be easy. Oh.
Why do we have to come here?
Some of us don't like it.
Yara!
Doesn't interest you anymore.
Give him a break!
I'm sorry. I won't joke about it.
You think Uncle Euron's hunting for us?
Of course he is. As long as we're alive, we're a threat. I don't care what you want. Drink. Drink the goddamn ale. Now listen to me. I need you. You got away and you're never going back. We're gonna sail to Meereen. We're gonna make a pact with this Dragon Queen. And we're gonna take back the Iron Islands.
Come on, Theon.
We have to march on Winterfell now, while we still can. So Davos is the reason I'm standing here talking to you, and he served Stannis for years.
It's not enough. We need more men.
There's no time.
If we went down to Castle Kerwin, I know that Lord Kerwin...
We fight with the army we have.
Just sending that to the Blackfish.
Never too late to stop robbing people, to stop killing people, and start helping people. It's never too late to come back. Seven save you, friends. How can we help you?
Do you have any horses?
No horses, no gold, no steel. You're welcome to stay for supper, but we have hungry mouths here.
Stay safe. The night is dark and full of terrors.
That's not unnerving at all.
I want to book passage home.
I leave in 2 days.
I want a cabin. And we'll leave at dawn.
No, I'm still worried about her, though. If I don't trust anyone now, that could be her.
Sweet girl.
What? Are you joking me? Are you joking me? There's no way she'd survive that. What? There's no way she'd survive that. Thought that was her gone then. They're being attacked, aren't they? What? And that's the Brotherhood did that? I thought they were alright. He's pissed now. So that was episode 7 of season 6, The Broken Man. That was kind of a weird episode, kind of an in-between setting things up kind of episode. Nothing groundbreaking, or apart from the fact that Hound's still alive, which blew me away. I'm well chuffed about that because I used to love the Hound. I thought it was brilliant. So yeah, so it started with Jon, Sansa and Davos trying to get obviously as many houses on side as they possibly could. So first they go to House Mormont, where they ask Lady Mormont, who's actually only a 10-year-old girl, who's in charge of everything, to if she can actually join, if they can sort of join together. And after Davos does his brilliant thing that Davos is so good at, she agrees. And Jon said, "How many men can you give to a sort of thing?" She said 62, and I was expecting to say 1,000 because that would have been amazing. But no, she meant 62. That's it. Don't know how much they're going to help. Then they went to House Glover and didn't get such a good reception there, because the man in charge there sort of said that the Starks never helped him when his family were being, killed by the Ironborn. So he had no interest at all. He said that they've joined the Boltons and they're going to stay there. It's quite a dodgy game, isn't it, going around to all these houses, because any of them, especially the ones that are linked to the Boltons, they could have taken them as hostage, and that would have been brilliant for them. So it is quite a dodgy game that they're doing. Jon is just adamant now that he just wants to attack, and they've only probably got 2,500 people. I don't think you can do that, but I saw Sansa writing a letter. Now, at the time, I thought she was writing a letter to is it her uncle, the Blackfish? But I don't think it is. I think it's to Peter Baelish. I think she's going to take him up on his offer about having the Vale Army on her side. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's what's going to turn the tables. Then she's going to have to admit to Jon that she wasn't completely honest with him. So yeah, I can see that's what's going to happen there. In King's Landing, the High Sparrow spoke with Marjorie, and he wanted her to get her grandmother Alanna on side as well. So they had a meeting, and Alanna was in such good form again. She just cracks me up. Everything she says is brilliant. But it really did seem that Marjorie was completely brainwashed, and even I was pretty convinced, until just at the end of their sort of meeting, Marjorie handed her over a little scrap of paper in secret. And when Alanna read it, it was the emblem, the rose, which meant that she's still there. She's still in there somewhere, and she hasn't been completely brainwashed yet. Later on, Cersei confronted Alanna, and was short of begging, basically, to that they could join together. But Alanna was, stood her ground. She had none of it. She goes, "No, I'm leaving King's Landing immediately, and if you've got any sense, you'll leave too. And by the way, it's all your fault, by the way, that all this happened." And Cersei completely agreed. She said, "Yeah, it was all my fault. It was a stupid mistake." But she almost begged. She's almost begging her to join. But Alanna was having none of it. And like Alanna said, you've got enemies everywhere you look now. Your brother's not there to protect you. You've got armies wanting to attack from all over the place. The people hate you. You've got the High Sparrow who's basically knocking out members of your family, converting them. Cersei's in a real mess at the minute. So yeah, and her her trial's got to be soon as well. That's got to be in the next sort of couple of episodes. So that'd be quite interesting. Yeah, not sure on that, but I guarantee now the next episode there'll be more Cersei in it, I'm pretty sure. And we saw Yara and Theon at Volantis. That's where they were going, and we're definitely getting there. And I did call it. They're trying to meet up with Daenerys to offer her their ships and they could have, as long as they can have some kind of alliance, and that they can try and attack and get the Iron Islands back. So that's going to be awesome. But I still think that, well, I can't believe that Euron is going to beat them, because they haven't even built the ships yet. And you know, if you're trying to say that, okay, the 8 episodes, roughly a month, perhaps, there's no way you get them ships done in that time. So I'm really hoping now that they get to meet Daenerys, because that'd be fantastic. I'd love that. And yeah, and and poor old Theon, all these girls around him and everything. Yara even had herself a girl as well, which was quite cool. And yeah, she was a bit mean to him as well. You know, I mean, the poor guy. Come on. But she did sort of turn him around at the end. She said, "Look, if you're still Reek in there, then just get a knife and end it. Just cut your wrists and end it." He said, "But if Theon's in there, you need to bring him out, and he's the one that I need." And I think Theon is pretty much back now. So this is going to be really exciting now to see where this goes. And at River Run, we see the Lannister army headed by Jaime and Bronn turn up to try and take River Run back. And obviously Frey's sons were doing an awful job of it, and they had his Blackfish's nephew, and they basically shouted up that if you don't open the gates now, we're going to slit his throat. And Blackfish just went, "Well, slit his throat then." I mean, he was never going to give that up. Jaime had a one-to-one meeting with him, and Blackfish basically just completely outdid him. You know, he said, "Look, I just wanted to see what you were, see the legend that was Jaime Lannister." And he said, "To be quite honest, I'm quite disappointed." To which Jaime really did lose his shit a little bit. So again, yeah, this is a weird story, isn't it? This is a weird spin-off story that didn't really build up. It's just suddenly happened. So I'm still a bit new to try and get used to the storyline at the minute. But I guess Jaime's now going to attack, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not completely invested in the story yet, but we'll see. We'll see in the next couple of episodes if I can get into it a bit more. So we had the Return of the Hound. Loved it. I don't know really the backstory. I think he was kind of with a group of sort of villagers, headed by this leader called Ray, who used to be this sort of mercenary type person, and I guess he's seen the light or whatever. And he's kind of taken the Hound under his wing, and he was the one that found him. I think he said that he nearly died several times, and the Hound is now kind of part of that group now, sort of chopping wood, and I don't know. I guess they're trying to create their own little kind of community, I guess. They had a visit from 3 horsemen from the Brotherhood. I always thought the Brotherhood were all right. I mean, from certainly what we saw before, they weren't the worst people in the world, but these 3 were quite 3 arseholes, really. They made it crystal clear that they wanted whatever they had, food or money or whatever, and that they would definitely be revisiting them again. Can't speak. And they rode off, and then later on we see the Hound again chopping wood, and you can hear these sort of screams. By the time he runs down there, that all the villagers have just been wiped out by the Brotherhood, and unfortunately Ray had been hung. So the last scene we see of the Hound is he picks up this axe, growls a bit, so we know that he's got vengeance on his mind now as well. So I don't know what he's going to do, but that should be quite interesting if he just charged into the Brotherhood and just takes them all out. So I wouldn't put it past him at all. And Arya, she paid the money to this captain to get her back to Westeros again, and I thought it was going all way too well. And sure enough, later on in the episode, she stood on a bridge, and this old lady comes up. Now, I'd said I'd be worried about anyone. Now, the waif could be literally anyone, and it was the old lady, and she stabbed Arya a couple of times in the stomach. Which, that's it. Come on, that's got to be it, hasn't it? I mean, you can't really survive from that. But luckily she fell. Luckily, I don't know. She fell off the bridge and got carried away in the current. And I thought that was it. I thought she was a goner. But the last thing we saw, she sort of managed to pull herself up on these steps and was just wandering through the streets with blood pissing out of her stomach. So how the hell is she going to survive that? I really don't know. I know we're talking fantasy here, but come on, that would wipe anyone out. I mean, that's a horrible way to go. But I guess she's going to survive, else she would have died there and then. So I don't know. I really don't know on that. But I guess we'll have to see. But yeah, that's the kind of that sums up that episode. Like I said, it was an alright episode. I think it was an episode building up to to what's to come now. Is episode 8 next. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Season 6 so far, it's been really good. I still prefer season 5 at the moment as things stand. But I don't know. I guess we've still got 3 episodes left. So yeah, we'll have to see, won't we? It could all change in these next 3 episodes, and I dare say there are going to be some big moments coming up. So yes, I shall see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. So again, subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell so you're updated every time I put anything new up, and spread the word that a weird bold guy is watching Game of Thrones, and that'll all be cool. And yes, so see you next time. Episode 8, which is No One. Obviously, Arya. It's got to be Arya on that one. So hopefully she does survive then, because she didn't look too good when I saw her last. But yes, I'll see you in the next episode then. Take care of yourselves and stay safe, and see you real soon. Bye.